20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. And off we go from Arlington. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hall. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on the gain, a great start for this offense.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now Hall. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing here is Hall. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I'm not quite sure they got the spark that they wanted on 3rd down. In fact, I think they gave that spark to their opponent instead, because that big stop has galvanized the sideline, and it starts their offense out with some momentum.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. We know they're going to be tough to throw on, top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
Here we go, set. 69, Cougar 19. Ready,
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Let's go now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now it's Hall. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Hall. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It did lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
the first carry now for Tony Pollard. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
gain of 11. And the Cowboys.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brings up second and 3.
Second and 3.
6-yard line.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And the Vikings, first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings, first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Hall to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. With it is Brown. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
19 tight.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
60 Bison, 60.
Back to throw here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Stephanie, trap 60, trap goal 80. Go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Hall. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hall. Completes to Shakir once again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Hall. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Hall. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And a 7-yard return following a punt at 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Cowboy 80. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. George Pickens, 65 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 Lions. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerry Jeudy, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Hall. They're looking deep here for Flowers. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Zay Flowers, 65 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 13. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout down. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
60 Vikings.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hop 70, hop 70. Trap 50, trap 60. Ready.
Back to throw again. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point.
That he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now Hall. That's going to be caught by Pickens. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Breece Hall, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. That took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They toss it down to Pollard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Downs, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Ball's pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over first down at the 45.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now an audible here into something else.
First down.
First and 10
at the 18-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Second down and 6 now.
Second and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
A gain of 6. That's another Cowboys first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, CD, remember, he had a touchdown earlier, but that was in a much more conventional manner, this time picking up the fumble and taking it in for 6.
Yeah, he bailed his team out with a scoop and score right there. Multiple touchdowns in this game for him, and he's not complaining how he got it done.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the
They'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
A short one there, caught by Likely. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Running right, it's Pollard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Viking 18. Steady.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready.
This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but Not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now it's Hall. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And the Vikings, first down. It's a gain of 7.
Here's Hall. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
16 more yards. That's another Vikings first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Back to throw, Hall. Now he'll tuck this and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
First down, Vikings.
Hall. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Here's Hall. He'll try and do this himself. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're in control here as they start first and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following. That's caught inside the 20. That should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So nearly a disaster there, but fortunately able to pounce on his own fumble, and that remains a touchdown.
And think about the run and the effort put in there by everyone, including him. Could you imagine going that far and not finishing it off with a touchdown? Fortunately for him, he was able to do exactly that.
Or a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Ball to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and 2.
Throwing here is Hall.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. Now Hall. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
18, Pioneer. Let's go now. Go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
In the end zone.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Tag. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They're going to look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 15 there. The Cowboys have a first.
Warriors 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
First
Come on,
and 10
come on.
at the 33-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now 2nd and 5.
Ready. 70.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said,
and got his man complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hall. Now he's going to step up and run. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Hall. One last shot at the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was